from Life in Layouts, and I am back for another Aloha Hawaii series. Today I'm going to be using sketch number 3 in the 4x4 pack of the 6x6 sketchbook with Allison Davis. Now, this concept of the book is it starts out with full 6x6 pieces of paper, then it goes down to 5x5, 4x4. I think it goes 3x3, 2x2, and 1x1, and then it goes into strips. And so in each one of those sections, there's also, I think, 3 or 4 sketches per section. So you do get a lot of sketches with that book. I highly recommend it, and I've used it quite a few times. So this one here, basically you have the 4x6 photos at the top, and on top of those you put a 4x4 piece of paper. So this layout came together super quick, because really that was all that it called for. I did add an additional photo over on the far right hand side, and I think the sketch called for it, a much smaller one, probably a 2x2 or a 3x3, but you know me, and I like my full 4x6 photos. I did trim it down a little bit. I think it ended up being like a 4x5, just to make it a little bit smaller and not dominate over there on the right hand side of the layout. I do go ahead and back it on some black cardstock just to make it stand out just a little bit, as well as I had that pink piece of paper that I had cut some hearts from, I believe, and so covering it up with that photo. I try to keep my scraps in whole while I'm working through things like this, because you never know what you may be able to cover up. So if I had cut that down to maybe, you know, a 3x3 or something like that, I might not have gotten to use it in this particular layout. On the left hand side, I do use this 3x4 card that says, "And so the adventure begins." And these photos are us just driving around Hawaii and some of the scenery from there. So we have some of the ocean, some of just the mountains, and it was just gorgeous. Like, just to drive around. We did rent a Jeep, and it was a hardtop Jeep, but we took the doors and the top off, and we were able to leave them at the hotel. It was just beautiful to, you know, be able to ride around with, you know, the top down, or however you explain that in a Jeep as opposed to a convertible. I really wanted to use this wood veneer here that says "You Are Here," but it looked best on the green, and I had already put those circles down, so I ended up pulling them up. Usually with ATG, if you get to it fairly quickly, you can pull it up and it not give you too much trouble. So I went ahead and added that, and that's going to be my title, "You Are Here." And then I added a black bow and a little arrow over there to the left hand side, and then I went ahead and added a white tag with a small little black heart at the top. Pulling out my wood veneer, and I'm actually going to pull out a couple of stars. Since the title there, "You Are Here," has that star at the top, I figured that I would go ahead and add stars around to you know, bring in the star from the title as well. I originally had a heart up there with those 2 circles, the Adventure Forever and Let's Do This, but since I had stars everywhere else, I figured I'd go ahead and replace that heart with the star. I did also use some bottle caps down at the bottom, and used a 1-inch punch to add them inside of the bottle caps. And those you can pick up at Hobby Lobby. All right, like I said, this one was a quick one. So here is my final layout, as well as some close-ups. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layout inspiration, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.